If you enjoy slow-burning thrillers with a mix of mystery, tension, and unexpected twists, then today's vlog on TechBlog 66 is going to be an interesting ride, because we are diving into the world of Grand Isle, a 2019 film that brings together suspense, drama, and a layered narrative that keeps you guessing till the very end. Set against the backdrop of a stormy night, this movie creates an atmosphere that feels both claustrophobic and unpredictable, making it a perfect pick for viewers who like character-driven thrillers rather than fast-paced action. The story revolves around a young man named Buddy, played by Luke Benward, who is struggling to make ends meet and finds himself taking up a job repairing a fence for a mysterious and somewhat intimidating couple. This couple, Walter and Fancy, are portrayed by Nicolas and KaDee Strickland respectively. From the moment Buddy steps into their house, there is a sense that something is off. The tension is not loud or obvious at first, but it slowly builds, creating a feeling of unease that stays with you throughout the film. What makes this movie interesting is its storytelling style. Instead of presenting events in a straightforward way, the narrative unfolds through interrogation scenes, flashbacks, and multiple perspectives. A detective is trying to piece together what really happened on that stormy night, and as viewers, we are given different versions of the story. Each version reveals something new, but also raises more questions. This technique keeps the audience engaged, because you are constantly trying to figure out who is telling the truth and who might be hiding something. One of the strongest aspects of Grand Isle is its atmosphere. The film uses the setting of an isolated house during a hurricane to great effect. The sound of heavy rain, strong winds, and the darkness outside adds to the suspense. It feels like the characters are trapped, not just physically but emotionally as well. This isolation intensifies the interactions between the characters, making even simple conversations feel loaded with meaning. Talking about performances, Nicolas delivers a character that is both unpredictable and intriguing. His portrayal of Walter is intense, and he brings a certain edge to the role that keeps you on your toes. You never quite know what he is going to do next, and that unpredictability becomes one of the driving forces of the film. On the other hand, KaDee Strickland as Fancy adds another layer to the story. Her character is complex, and there is a sense of mystery around her intentions. She is not just a passive presence, instead, she plays an active role in shaping the events of the night. Meanwhile, Luke Benward does a decent job as Buddy, the outsider who gets caught in a situation far beyond his control. His character represents the audience in many ways, as he is trying to understand what is happening while also dealing with his own fears and uncertainties. His performance brings a sense of relatability to the story, making it easier for viewers to connect with the narrative. The film also explores themes like trust, deception, survival, and moral ambiguity. None of the characters are completely straightforward, and each one has their own motivations. As the story progresses, you start to question everyone's intentions. This is one of those movies where things are not simply black and white. Instead, you are constantly navigating through shades of gray, trying to figure out what is real and what is not. Another important element of the movie is its pacing. It is not a fast-paced thriller, and that might not appeal to everyone. The film takes its time to build tension, focusing more on character interactions and psychological suspense rather than action sequences. For some viewers, this slow build might feel a bit stretched, but for others, it adds depth and allows the story to unfold more organically. The direction of the film ensures that the suspense is maintained throughout. The use of lighting, camera angles, and close-up shots helps in creating a sense of intimacy and tension. There are moments where the camera lingers just long enough to make you uncomfortable, and that discomfort adds to the overall experience. The film does not rely heavily on jump scares, instead, it focuses on creating a lingering sense of dread. One thing that stands out is how the movie plays with perception. Because the story is told through different perspectives, you are never entirely sure which version of events is accurate. This keeps the audience engaged, as you are constantly trying to piece together the puzzle. It also adds replay value, because watching the movie again might give you a different understanding of the events. At the same time, it is important to mention that Grand Isle is not a perfect film. There are moments where the story feels a bit predictable, and some twists might not have the impact that the filmmakers intended. Additionally, the pacing, as mentioned earlier, might feel slow for viewers who prefer more action-driven narratives. However, if you enjoy character-focused thrillers with a strong emphasis on atmosphere, these aspects might not bother you as much. The dialogue in the film plays a crucial role in building tension. Conversations between the characters are often layered, with underlying meanings and hidden intentions. This makes even simple exchanges feel significant. The film relies heavily on these interactions to move the story forward, and for the most part, it works well. From a technical standpoint, the cinematography and sound design contribute significantly to the overall mood of the film. The storm outside is almost like a character in itself, influencing the events inside the house. The sound of thunder, rain, and wind creates a constant background noise that adds to the tension. Visually, the film uses dark tones and shadows to create a sense of mystery and unease. As the story moves towards its climax, the tension reaches its peak. The different pieces of the puzzle start coming together, and you finally begin to understand what really happened on that night. The ending might not satisfy everyone, as it leaves some room for interpretation, but it does provide a conclusion to the main narrative. For viewers who enjoy analyzing movies and discussing different interpretations, this film offers plenty to think about. It is not just about what happens, but also about how and why it happens. The multiple perspectives and layered storytelling make it a good choice for those who like movies that require a bit of attention and thought. In terms of overall experience, Grand Isle is a decent thriller that stands out more for its atmosphere and performances than its plot. It might not be a groundbreaking film, but it does manage to keep you engaged with its suspenseful narrative and intriguing characters. It is the kind of movie that you watch not just for the story, but for the mood and the tension it creates. So, if you are someone who enjoys slow-burn thrillers with a focus on character dynamics and psychological tension, this movie is definitely worth checking out. Just go in with the right expectations, and you might find yourself appreciating the subtle details and the way the story unfolds. And that's it for today's vlog on TechBlog 66. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more such movie breakdowns and recommendations. Let me know in the comments what you think about this film and whether you enjoy this kind of storytelling style. This movie is available on YouTube free.